Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm going to make this as short as I can. There is a lot of information already known. This is Carlee Russell, missing in Alabama. Here's what we know so far and the footage.
UPRC Fox 6 News, first at 9, starts now.
This video shot within the last 90 minutes showing police back on I-459 in Hoover at the spot where Carlee Russell disappeared last night. This is mile marker 11 between the Galleria flyover and exit 10. We understand that police have since left the area. But here's what we know at this hour. Carlee Russell was driving down I-459 around 9:30 last night when she called 911 to report a child walking along the road. She also called her sister-in-law to report that she was stopping before she suddenly screamed and stopped talking.
She hasn't been seen or heard from since, and Hoover police say one witness said they saw a possible gray vehicle with a man near the area, but beyond that, haven't revealed any other potential leads. A $25,000 reward has now been offered in this case. The ground search will pick back up again tomorrow morning. Of course, this is just an unimaginable time for her family and friends who are trying to stay positive during this entire ordeal.
They held a vigil for her earlier today. Our Taylor Pollock was there, has more on how they're trying to keep their spirits up. Taylor?
Yeah, that's right, Steve. Catherine, I spoke to several neighbors who live in Carlee's Hoover neighborhood, and they tell me they're still just trying to come to grips with what's happened as well as offer support to each other. Greg Danielson tells me he says he knows his daughter would feel compelled to do the same thing Carlee did if she saw a child on the side of the road, and says this hits a little too close to home. He says while he himself is still trying to process what's happened in the last 24 hours, he's going to continue to offer support to his neighbors.
I did hug my daughter much tighter today. It just brings it so close to home that it's like, you know, Carlee is just like my Catherine. And that weighs heavy on your mind, your heart.
I've got more reaction from neighbors, plus how they're making sure that finding Carlee stays a top priority. That's coming up later on tonight at 10. I'm in Hoover. Taylor Pollock for Fox 6 News on your side.
Thanks, Taylor. Now, this is a picture of Carlee Russell taken last night while at her job at the summit. Just before she disappeared, you can see she's in a black Nike shirt. And police say they appreciate any information that people can share about this case right now.
No piece of information is too small in this investigation, and each case is unique, and this case is certainly a unique instance in our city, and we're doing everything we can to solve it.
Now, tonight, a mother with experience searching for a missing child is trying to support Carlee Russell's family.
Angela Harris is the mother of Anaya Blanchard, the young woman who was kidnapped and murdered back in 2019. Rosanna Smith continues our team coverage tonight.
My heart's breaking, yeah, for them, yeah. But I'm going to help them. I'm going to be right here beside them.
Angela Harris is among dozens of people who have come together to find 25-year-old Carlee Russell, who went missing Thursday night in Hoover on I-459 South near mile marker 11. It's hard. It's a search Harris is familiar with.
When I was missing, that's all I could, for the whole 32 days, is that your body's in a constant find my child. Yeah, and there's nothing you can say or nothing you can do to make that go away.
In 2019, Harris's daughter, Anaya Blanchard, was kidnapped and murdered. Harris now leads Anaya's Heart, a nonprofit that teaches safety education, situational awareness, and self-defense. The group also has search and recovery teams.
We've worked all over the state of Alabama. Some things we do we keep private because we are working with law enforcement. But when I tell you it's every week that I'm working with people or families with missing loved ones.
Harris says right now, time is of the essence to bring Carlee home.
Share Carlee's information with everybody. Tell all your friends. Just share it. Be on the lookout and be safe.
That was Rosanna Smith reporting. Harris says right now it's important for everyone to support and encourage the family and keep them lifted in prayer.
Rick Carl with Channel 13 News interviewed her parents this morning, and this is what he said. I couldn't say it any better myself, so I'm going to quote him on this part. She wears it proudly on her shoulder. God is within her. She will not fall, reads the tattoo. It reminds her how to live her life. It reminds her of God's grace. It could have been anyone with a heart that stopped on the interstate to help the wandering toddler. It could have been my child. It could have been your child. This morning, Carlee Russell is everyone's child. I'm going to play the footage from the side of the road last night, and then I'm going to play it again zoomed in, and we'll discuss it a little bit. It's very creepy and awful. All right, here comes the video. That is her on the side of the road with her flashers on. She travels quite a ways. All the way, not to this little white sign, not even to this sign that she's about to pass, but a little further to the next little white sign. Very weird that she went so slow. Did she see this child exit, loop back around, and come back? I don't get it. Do you? But right there is where her car stops. You can see somebody exit the driver's side and go around. You can see the passenger door open, and then you can see some movement. Now this view is from so far away, you can't really tell what happened. But a few minutes later, she's gone, and the officer, you can see the cop car start to pull over, and that's when the footage ends. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to play the whole thing from here. I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and then I'm going to switch to my zoomed in version so we can look at that one together to save time. I'll put the link to the full one below, so if you want to just go see it on the website, you can. One moment, let me resume this full screen so we can have a little better view of what's going on around that car. All right, it's playing again. It makes me play it through to the sign before it'll let me zoom in, but it's going to switch up in just a moment here. All right, we're going to zoom in to just the area around her vehicle. Isn't it really weird that she traveled so far on the side of the road like that? And you'll see right up here, she's going to come to a stop. She's right at exit 11 on that highway. Mile marker 11, I should say. It looks like right in front of her was an exit. I wonder if she was going home, saw something on the side of the road, looped all the way back around, you know? But right there, you can see activity on the passenger side of the road. Tell me what you see in this footage. If the blinkers on the back of the car weren't on, I think we could see so much better. But you can see the shape of a person right there on the right-hand side of the vehicle. Now they move a little bit toward the front of the car, it looks like. See, they're off to the right-hand side of the vehicle, into the grass, it looks like. I can still see them moving around a little bit right there. See him right there? There's a person. Did somebody else get out of that car at that point? Or did she come back over to the car for a moment? Okay, from here, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and play it all the way to the part where the police car pulls up so you can see the whole thing zoomed in. It's from here that she made that 911 call, reported seeing this child. She was told to stay in her car, but then she called a family member, and I think she felt safe enough to get out and maybe talk to the child. But I'm really not sure what we're seeing here. I mean, it looks like there's somebody standing there, right by the white sign. But the blinkers make it so hard to see what in the world is going on there. I can't really tell, where she went. Tell me if you see any actual movement from this point forward, because all I could really see is kind of distortion here and there, but I'm not really sure if I see a person. I mean, how many of us would pull over if they saw a child on the side of the highway? Her parents did an interview very late last night. I'll put that link below as well. They believe that it was a decoy of some kind to lure somebody to pull over. And I'm going to do a little Google searching on this too, see what is kind of the deal with that kind of decoy, see what kind of information I can find. You've already seen some photos. Here comes the end here, right there. All right, again, this is Carlee with and without her wig. She's likely without her wig right now. If you have seen her, you know anything about what happened on the side of the road that night, or anything at all, please call the number that you see up there, 205-444-7562. I am praying for Carlee and her family. Please share and like this video. Share this out to your community pages, your Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Let's get this girl home. Thank you.